we have done IT Rockstars today. So there's actually 25 people registered onto the webinar. I see probably about 10 at the minute, maybe 9 or 10. So there might be some people popping in, but I can only assume that the reason it's popular is because of the topic, which is MSP AI growth hacks. Now, I'm going to guess for this that most people have used ChatGPT now, or at least heard about it. So I'm going to go in not so much about an overview of ChatGPT and what it does and AI and all the things that you can do with it. I'm going to give you some sort of specific examples of what you can be doing with AI in your MSP, in your IT business, in your technology business. Because I think that's the best use of our time here, to give you some practical examples. So I've got 2 practical examples that I want to go over with you. I've been using this flow for a few weeks now to produce marketing materials and help our members at IT Rockstars. But then I'm going to go into the S curve, which is all about your place within the market at the moment when it comes to AI, and where you can potentially be positioning yourself ahead of everyone else so that you're acting as the middleman and you're helping everyone with all of this AI stuff. But we'll get into just now the agenda. We're going to go through is SEO optimization. These are fairly easy, straight cut. If there's any members here at IT Rockstars, this is going to be really useful for you guys and girls, or if you're in the tech tribe, or if you're part of Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge, purely because we're going to go and give you an example on content that you get from IT Rockstars, and I know that you get similar stuff in the tech tribe and Paul Green. So that's the first thing we're going to go over. The second thing is we're going to go over a bit of it's like a compressed time dilation of your marketing. So basically get all your marketing done for the week, like within 30 minutes, or like on a Sunday or a Monday night. And that's how I do it. I basically have everything down to about an hour now for marketing, and that's it for the whole week. So I'm going to go show you using AI how I do that. So that flow, as I say, the S curve. So let's go into the tool itself. So before I go into the tool, I'm just going to go into our portal here. This is our members portal. Now, every month we release content. This is our new portal. So if you're a member, you're seeing this for the first time, probably you're not in it yet, but we release monthly content. We've got about 4 years worth of content here, and the content itself is the reason that we make it is to position yourselves as the local technology leader. And the content is premium and white label content that will position you in your local marketplace so that you're looked as, oh, this is the guy to go to if you've got any technology problems. But it's white label, so it is not customized for each individual member. We lock out each area basically in the UK, in the US, Canada, and Australia. So it's white label, so it's okay. I can take this content, but I want to make this content my own for my own IT business. How do I go about doing that using AI? What you can do, let me bring up the recent chat that I've had here. 2 seconds. Let me just pull up there. I told you this was going to be a big deal when it comes to the technology. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So a new chat. So we released, it's 2,000 words that we release. It's broken down into 4 articles every month for our members here at IT Rockstars, and they use it on their blog, they use it on LinkedIn, they use it in newsletters and emails and that type of thing. But we want to localize it for the purposes of SEO. We want to make sure that it's getting found on the search engines up in our sort of local area. So the way that we do that, we can ask the question in ChatGPT, can you localize the following article for your location, my location, Aberdeen, Scotland, onboarding new staff and cyber. Oh, okay. So this is what we do. So we ask it to localize the content. Now let's go and get the content itself. 2 seconds. And we paste that in. We'll just pick out that last bit there. That's the bit you need to see yet. So what this tool is now doing is it is putting in our localizations for Aberdeen, Scotland now into the content that we provide our members at IT Rockstars. So you can take the content that you've been given every month from, if you're a member at IT Rockstars or wherever you might be a member, and then you can get it localized for your website. The other important thing to note with is that you don't, it's not only just about localization, you can actually get it to write in different styles. So if you know potentially someone famous locally or someone that is appreciated and is actually maybe a little bit famous, you can actually get them to, you can get ChatGPT to write it in a particular person's style if that person's been indexed and referenced from the data set that was captured back in I think it was 2021 that was captured. And I've done this for a few marketing people where I've asked the tool, can you write this content in the style of X? And that X is like the person. And it will go and write the content in the style of that person. So that's how you can customize the content a little bit better, because if you have been into this tool, you will realize that the content itself is very bland. You can tell that it's been written by AI, but if you go and ask it to write in a particular style, that's when it gets a lot more interesting. So that's the first thing that we're going to do with it from the SEO perspective. We've got our localizations in there now. We've got the localization for Aberdeen, Scotland in there, and it's mentioned within the article. But we're gonna bring it a little bit more from the SEO perspective. So I'm going to ask the tool now to generate some meta tag descriptions. Now, if you don't know what meta tags are, they're basically when you go to Google and you type in, let me show you, IT support Aberdeen. The meta tags, description tags tell Google, let me show you in the search here, it's usually this bit here in the search. And it helps Google understand what your page is about. So you can ask ChatGPT to come up with a meta description that's optimized for the content that you've now got as localized. And make sure that the actual meta tag is localized as well. That will go and create a localized meta tag for you. So here we go. Ensure a smooth, secure onboarding process for new staff in Aberdeen, and it goes into the whole tag there. But we're not finished yet. We can take the content that we now have with those localizations, and we can ask the tool, if you're using a content management system, something like WordPress, where you can tag your content. Anytime you add a new post into that, you usually can tag it. And that just helps the search engine understand again what potentially the topic is. You can ask it to put in some tags there. So in this, I've actually asked it in this example, create some tags based on the content that we put in here. So that's the tags. And then the final thing that we can do with this, we've got our article on the localized, we've created a meta tag description, we've got some tags, we can go and publish it on our website now, and it's going to start ranking quite high locally. The next thing that we can do is promote it on social media. And in the olden days, we'd have to go and write up our social media posts to promote it, or we'd be hiring out our social media person to create the post for us. But what we can do now is we can actually ask it to come up with social media posts to promote the article itself. And I've stated within this example here, please include the localization and a call to action, read the full article. And we've also asked it to include emojis as well. That just helps us better reading time for the millennials and stuff like that. So here we go. Here's the social media posts. So that's the SEO example. Let me just quickly check the room. Make sure everyone is in that needs to be in. Yeah, everyone's in. That's cool. Next, I'm going to go over our marketing compression that we do. And this is based on the book that I wrote back in 2021. I wrote a book called Video Marketing for MSPs. I basically went live from January 2019. I went live for a full 60 days to camera. And the experience about going live every single day, talking about the business here, IT Rockstars, how we help our customers, and just adding value into the marketplace. It gave me a great sort of experience on how to market your business using video. But one of the really useful things about using video to market your business is that it's extremely quick if you do it correctly. Not fancy videos or anything like that. Literally just your iPhone or your webcam to the screen and then doing a topic. But we cover within that book how to do it effectively so that you actually get some traction from it. You're not paying 10 or 20 grand for a videographer to come in and do a series of videos for you about your business and for promotion. This is more about going live to the camera daily. So I built this habit up over the last 4 years that I go in front of the camera, and my process has changed slightly. So before I used to go live every single day, but now how I do it on a Sunday evening, I usually chunk 3 videos, that I record 3 videos together, and it usually takes around about maybe 45 minutes to an hour to do that whole process of recording the videos. How you can utilize ChatGPT to come up with video ideas, but then go into some of the specifics about what we can actually do with the video itself in the tool. As I said, one of the issues we've got is how to come up with ideas about video. And the prompt that you can basically do is you can go into your help desk for ideas on video. So I've got this prompt here. One of the best places that I found to go for ideas for topics to market my MSP is our help desk system. There are endless stream of user support requests. Can I give you some of these requests as an example for the purpose of coming up with ideas for video marketing topics? So I'll come back and it'll tell us what it can do. Yeah, sure, Scott, go for it. So I pulled off 5 tickets from one of my clients today that I would paste in here, and I'll quickly press enter. And now it's coming up with topics for the videos. So the first one, how to set up a VPN connection for people in HR is a really bad one. Streamlining event requests, troubleshooting Bluetooth connection issues, setting up guest access in Microsoft Teams. And the 5th one, setting up additional displays, HDMIs for collaborative workplaces. Now, to tell you the truth, those topics for videos are a little bit too technical. Our target audience are small and medium-sized business owners usually. They're not the technicians that want to read about what to do and how to connect up HDMI cable for an additional display. So these topics aren't going to cut it. But what we can do is we can tell the tool, these topic suggestions seem quite technical. My audience are small and medium-sized business owners, mostly non-technical. Can you give me some topic examples based on the tickets that would fit this audience? So here we go. Hopefully we get something back. So how to streamline HR processes. This video could address the challenge of managing HR processes. Improving the collaboration in remote teams. How to improve the quality of online meetings. How to manage external guests in Microsoft Teams. And how to create a more efficient workplace, obviously using technology. So I'm going to just say to it, okay, I love idea 3, but actually let's see, because this is a different response to what I got from us practicing. How to improve the quality of online meeting. Yeah, number 3 sounds all right, actually. Yeah, how to improve the quality of an online meeting. So here's the script. I've asked it now to create a video script based on idea number 3. And it's come up with, okay, this is what some of the things you could be talking about in your video and what you could be doing. And it gives you a kind of general idea of how you could structure the video. Basically, from a marketing perspective, you really want to hit on what the pain points are someone's having technically. Then you want to hit on a little bit of the emotion, how that would make them feel, how that would make their clients feel if they're having a technical issue. And then you present like your solution in the video. That's the marketing structure, but it's telling you very similar thing here in the script. So we now got an outline for our video. We can go and record our video. And this is purely based on help desk tickets that we put into the system. And there's this other AI tool called Descript. This is it here. The cool thing with Descript, you upload your video to it, this desktop app, but you can actually train your voice on it. So the AI will learn your voice based on the audio. It also has audio transcription here. So when I upload the video, it then goes and transcribes the audio. If I mess up a line, for example, I showed this in an earlier video this week, I can actually go and rewrite the line. So maybe it's not Scott that's speaking, maybe it's someone else that's speaking. I can take that text and I can actually overdub it with the AI trained voice. And it'll sound like my voice that's saying the words, but it's actually the AI trained voice. So it's really good for editing. It also has an option to remove filler words. So if I'm going or it will do that automatically. And it cuts the video as well, so it makes it seamless. It's not only cutting the audio, it's cutting the video. What I'm interested in for this workflow though is I've got my video ready, It's ready to publish. I've finessed it. I've taken all of the filler gaps out with this AI tool and I've corrected it. I can actually take the transcripts and put that back into ChatGPT. So the video transcript itself. Let me just show you what I could do there. Okay. I could write. Thank you. I recorded the video. Can you summarize the or can you summarize the transcript for a YouTube video description? And then put here it is so I can take the transcript from the script of my video that I recorded. I could only copy and paste. I think I maybe need to switch to Mac. Because I'm getting dumb here. That's the transcript that I'm pasting in. Here's a summary for the YouTube video description. In this video, Scott from IT Rockstar shares how he uses AI to streamline his video marketing process for IT managed service providers. So it's created that whole YouTube description. I can, as I say, I can edit that as well. So I maybe don't like the style it's in. I could actually go and ask it to write it in under a style, or I could localize it for my local market. I can ask it to put in emojis and hashtags, all that good stuff. But this will save you a lot of time doing this, because there's these, when you're doing video, you're in one workflow of recording the video, then editing the video, but then you got to go into this other workflow of, oh, I need to come up with a YouTube description, I need to come up with social media posts. And it stops your brain because you're kind of getting out of flow. So what this does is it takes away the need for that. Obviously, if you've got someone that's doing this for you already in the department, that's cool. But if you plan on doing this type of thing yourself, or even if you do have someone else doing this for you, their time can be better utilized by using this type of process that you're seeing on the screen. That's the video aspect. And the final one, if I can get my technology to work, is the S-curve. This is the S-curve. The S-curve, basically, at the bottom, we've got low quality leads. And then at the top, we've got high quality leads. And this whole S-curve idea came to me when I was speaking to an MSP a couple of days ago, because he was wanting leads and he was prepared to pay for them. And then we got into conversation about what's a low quality lead, what's a high quality lead, and how would I get those types of leads? How would I get the high quality leads as opposed to the low quality leads? So I came up with this idea. It's not an idea, this is like fact. You can quite easily get low quality leads for your IT business, and that's through SEO, Google, and LinkedIn. So if you're spamming LinkedIn messages, if you're doing SEO or Google AdWords, you'll get low quality leads. And the reason that I say that the majority will be low quality, will not all be low quality, but there'll be a large majority of them that will be. The reason I say that is because most people that are searching for like an MSP related service, an IT support, IT services, it's really one-off work that they're looking for. They're not looking to, 9 times out of 10, they're not looking to replace their current managed service provider. It's usually project work. It's like replacing a switch or a server that's failed or something like that. And that's the type of leads that come in usually from SEO. And that's what I've seen anyway with our members here at IT Rockstars and with my experience in the field. In the middle of this, we've got sort of slightly higher quality leads. These would be when you're employing like a telesales person, or if you're buying lists of data and you're emailing a list of data. Your data is required for this, so you have to buy the list itself. And if you've got someone scrubbing that list, making sure that it's the right email address or the right mailing address, you're going to get a slightly higher quality of lead, just purely based on you're probably going to be targeting a little bit better. And then there's the higher ones, and that is the high quality leads. And this is the bit that comes into the AI side of stuff. Specifically, there's obviously the targeted marketing approach that we talk about at IT Rockstars, but there's the event section as well. And one of the things that has come to me just actually by hosting this webinar today is the fact that I've literally put up a social media post about a hot topic, which is ChatGPT, and I had 25 people register to the webinar for it. Okay. And I've captured all of your email addresses because you've all registered onto the event on Teams. So I have all of your email addresses. Now, the question is, if you were to do something similar, either an in-person event or a live event about a tool like ChatGPT, and if you were to do it for a specific industry sector locally, for example, accountants or professional services, how they could be using ChatGPT, like you put that event together, 9 times out, I can guarantee you like 100%, the room will fill up quickly because this is on the tip of everyone's tongue at the moment. They want to know how to being able to use this tool. And what I've shown you here just now with the SEO example, and then from the example in your marketing, your video marketing, are 2 really good examples for you guys, because I know you don't have that much time to market your business because you're doing all the other stuff. But these professional services, they're scratching their head at the moment how they can use it. I've had one really good use case for this already, AI, and it comes down to Microsoft Teams Premium, and that is all of the meetings that will be forever held in an organization will be transcribed, and those transcriptions get put back into the AI system, the bot basically. So your line managers, your directors, they can all see what's being discussed in every single meeting, and it can all be tracked. It can all be analyzed, and you can get a summary report at the end of the day. So you can have 100 or 150 staff in an organization that are having internal meetings, that are having external meetings. All of those meetings get transcribed and then tagged and then summarized accordingly. So that's a really good example of how this can be used. You should be, if you're not already, doing this sort of event marketing. Literally just put up a social media post up there and then figuring out how you can, whatever vertical you're in, figuring out how you can be showing people how to use this tool, because it is amazing and you need to position yourself. One of the best bits of advice that I got from any of the AI tools that are out there at the moment is go 5 years into the future from now, because it's really difficult to try and figure out like what's the next thing. But if you can create some sort of vision or use your imagination where you think you can take things, go into the future 5 years from now and bring it back with you. And that one for me actually stuck out, the one about being able to transcribe everyone's meeting in the organization, and the directors of the CEOs basically getting a summary of what went on in the company based on the transcriptions of those all of the meetings together. From a sales perspective, if you were a sales director and every meeting is recorded from all of your sales staff, that one's just like amazing, because you can see from it, you can analyze the objections in the sales meetings, and then you find out the meetings where you won, where your sales people got the deal. You can figure out basically with the AI how they managed that with the transcription. That's it, folks. Very seat of your pants webinar. I am really grateful for your time. I'm going to attempt to open up the room now to questions. Oh yeah, and before I forget, last thing, I do have a slide here. You go to itrockstars.net. If you want to learn more about how we can help you, go to itrockstars.net and we can schedule a lunch together, virtual lunch or virtual dinner, where what your time zone might be. But I'm going to open up the room now. I can navigate my way around Teams. We've still got a few people on the call, so if you have questions, please just put them in the chat. Okay, you want to copy the prompts. That's not a problem, because I actually have them written down here in a notepad, because I was having to remember what I typed in. I did attempt to rehearse this earlier today, but I do have a copy of the prompts. I'll include the recording as well, so you can go back. And Lewis is asking, how does Jasper compare to ChatGPT Plus? I've never actually used Jasper, so I can't comment. I heard good things about it from a copywriting perspective. From what I understand, ChatGPT Plus just means you get access to the tool, because a lot of the time it's out of capacity. So like $20 a month is ChatGPT you're getting access to. So I don't see any benefit of having the Plus. But But if you're doing things like webinars or you do need access when you use it, that's why I pay for it, because I didn't want to have to come on here and not be limited by access and just have to show you the prompts on a slide instead. I think if no one else has got any questions, I think we're going to leave it there. As I say, though, if you want to talk more about how we can use this tool together, we're going to be doing a course at IT Rockstars, all to do with ChatGPT, but it's going to be more about the internal use in your MSP of this tool, as opposed to like these marketing things that we're talking about here. If you want to learn more about that, just tell me about itrockstars.net. We can have lunch and we can see how we can help you. Anyway, take it easy. I'm going to end it there. Ciao, folks. Bye.